hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight. That's why they follow me, huh? They think I know the way.
Let's move on to the last series in the West. What has been a good ass series so far? You got the 2 seed Memphis Grizzlies and the 3 seed Golden State Warriors. Two good ass games, game 1 and 2 in Memphis, in the grindhouse that went down to the wire in both games.
Should be the two.
So, who wins this series?
The Warriors in 5. Warriors in 5. That's it.
This is a weird series because this is the only series to me where I feel like the officials are trying to make a difference. Like, I feel like they know Ja Morant is the next big superstar.
Yeah.
They know they missed the Warriors dynasty and Steph Curry is still here. But game 1 was in horrendous maximum favor of the Warriors. The referees was completely in their favor. They helped them come back against the motherfucking Grizzlies. And then game 2, it was calls on both sides. Some calls I just feel like then the whistle didn't have to be blown. Some calls they was waiting like they always do till shit happen. Jim Jackson was calling shit out sometimes. Yeah, they waited to see what was going to happen before they do that. And it's like Ja Morant been carried at least 12 times in these 2 games, and they just will not call Curry on Ja. And I feel like the new generation, I'm over 30, so the new generation has fucked up the game with just creating their own new rules with this gather, where these new kids under 30, like Ja, can take 3, sometimes 4 steps before they even dribble when we call them the gather, and they just do whatever they want. I feel like a lot of these new kids wouldn't even be stars without that new rule. And not saying Ja, I want him. Ja is a different caliber. He's a different beast. But the way both of Ja games been looking like he's such a fucking spectacular star wouldn't have looked that good if some of these play calls was called right and some of these ref right.
Yeah.
I just feel like that leads me to say, I don't want to do that to him, but Warriors in 5. I want to give Memphis one more game, but honestly, they should honestly be down. It should be 1-1, but they should have won the first one. Well, Golden State should have won the second one. It should have been the other way around. But we here, but I mean, Memphis is another team. They up and coming. They not like the other teams we talked about. There is no other star on there besides really Morant. But you have these role players exceed in their role.
Yeah.
But these first 2 games has been up and down. Like Jaren Jackson, game 1, 28 points, 6 threes. Game 2, back to your fouling out and shit. Bane, don't know if his back hurt or not. Dylan Brooks getting ejected, but he ain't do shit in game 1, so he basically gave me the same shit in game 2 that he gave me in game 1.
Yeah.
So it's like, what y'all look the same to me, like with the fucking Philly and Dallas. Who else is gonna step up besides the main person that we already know?
Yeah. As much as Ja, how amazing he's playing, how good he is, I'm going Warriors in 5. Because how I look at it, I don't think the Grizzlies can play as good as they did in the first 2 games, and the Warriors still were right there in both games.
Oh, we going back to go. We going to the Chase Center too.
The Warriors are right there in both games on the road, and like you said, you're going to Chase Center in San Francisco, where the Warriors are one of the best teams at home with that loud crowd, and
And it's just no matter if the Grizzlies can be about 10 and 12, and Steve Kerr said it in game 1. Oh, we can get an 8-0 run. That's 2 threes and a layup. We back in the game, and they did that shit twice too to just show you how easy it was.
Yeah, and it's like it's not even that. Like you got Ja, who's playing like obviously the superstar of the team. Then you got other players like Jaren Jackson, and like you said, he's been playing good. You got Clark off the bench. You got Bane, who he has to show up. And then they have role players like Melton, Tyus Jones, Delivers. I don't know what he's doing. And then like you just got the well-oiled machine on the Warriors. Like you just see that championship pedigree showing so far in these playoffs. So far, like you said, like they could have easily won both of those games in Memphis.
Yeah.
But they didn't, and now they going home, like you said, where they relax and stuff. You got stay. Even Clay didn't have a good game in game. So that game was nasty.
Yeah.
They said, motherfuckers on Twitter said Clay was out that bitch selling.
Clay and Stafford's not going to do that all the time.
Yeah, but they're that good and
That's
skilled
Clay.
that
Draymond now,
any
doing pool
game
now.
they can do it. Like you said, Clay ain't gonna do that every game. He gave us 2 fucking games. But Clay going back to Golden State, and this could easily be a 30.7
That's what I'm saying.
Clay
Yeah,
game.
I said he's going at 38.
And
I
I feel
think
like
the Warriors are that good.
Taylor Jenkins, he's doing what he shouldn't be doing. Taylor Jenkins has worked his ass off this season. He's a top 3 coach of the year candidate. He could possibly win coach of the year, but he's not playing Memphis Grizzlies basketball. He's trying to match up and play high tempo. They already the highest tempo team in the league, but they also the highest points in the paint team. Why are you up there trying to shoot threes with Golden State? Like, John Morant shot 20 threes in the last 2 games.
That's what I said.
That's
I was
not
like, why the hell
your
is
game,
Josh
bro.
Hamilton threes? But I get what you're saying. I agree with you. I ain't disagree with you. Been watching the games. They've been giving Ja the open threes. They've been playing way off of him, like just letting him shoot the threes. He been hitting some of them.
And I like that you
at the
said
beginning
that.
of the game.
No, you
but
said
he
that.
still shouldn't be shooting no damn.
You know
20
another
threes,
person who can
though.
be left open threes? Draymond.
Yeah. But
Why?
Draymond ain't
And this
shooting
is
no
my
bitches.
problem. You know how most motherfuckers, they're going to change the game plan. So they'll work their rotation around not having a big nigga in as many minutes. Taylor Jenkins didn't do that. He completely removed Steven Adams from the rotation. And mind you, he got them phony ass 3-4 minutes that one game because both of these big
I
niggas
mean,
fouled
Steven
something.
Adams
but
was out with
out
COVID.
with COVID. First it was an ankle injury.
Yeah, but I'm like,
But these were
Steven Adams should have never been taken out the
He shouldn't have
rotation.
never been.
Like, he can still be a starter and play 15, 20 minutes, but I feel like this particular now I understand against Minnesota because Cat likes to shoot threes. But this series, you got Draymond. Draymond's not the best 3-point shooter. Draymond will even hesitate before he shoots a 3 sometime.
Yeah.
This is a game where Steven Adams can give you 15 minutes, 6 points, 10 rebounds. And even he can come in and match up with Looney for his 12, 15 minutes, but completely just taking Steven Adams out of the game just to worry about matching up with them with Brandon Clark and Jaren Jackson. I feel like that's what immediately, that's not the only thing because they was playing nasty. That's what immediately doomed Steve Nash bum coaching ass. Because he even told us in games 3 and 4 during those little breaks, I'm sacrificing size and rebounding to match up to get points. But you weren't scoring enough points because you weren't getting rebounds.
Yeah.
So you're in a lose-lose situation when you do that. Like, you're expecting a nigga Jaren Jackson to average 5 rebounds a game to give you 8 to 10 now. And you hoping because Brandon Clark gave you 10 rebounds here, 12 rebounds here, he gonna keep doing that? Brandon Clark is a nigga that don't go for the rebound. Only time he get the rebounds is if he putting that bitch up. If he ain't going to put it back up, he not getting it. That's why he only had fucking 4 rebounds last game.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's another thing that's costing him because Draymond basically had fucking 10 rebounds the last 2 games and he don't do that. But he's putting in that effort because he's playing against niggas his size.
Right.
You put him up in there against Steven Adams, Draymond only gonna give you 4 or 5 rebounds.
You're more physical.
Sometimes it's about the gameplay. Sometimes these coaches play so dumb, and that's the reason why the Lakers not in the playoffs. Because y'all confused to play. Y'all had all these big niggas the last 2 years and just refused not to play them. Not understanding. These coaches need to stop doing this. I need to play to the other team tempo. No, nigga, make them play your tempo like Shaq and them keep saying. That's why Rudy Gobert had to take himself out the game. It's okay that you couldn't guard Kleber, but if you can't guard Kleber, you gotta make them niggas guard you at the other end. Gobert should have been giving them niggas 30, and that's I don't understand about 8 in the night. Like, my nigga, you had 9 points, nigga. Your only niggas is Powell
And he had them
and
in the first.
Kleber, and
He
when
had them in the
Doncic feel like he wanna
quarter.
play you.
That's the thing. He didn't score after the first quarter. And
It's like I don't understand how these guys don't be seeing these advantages in front of their face.
I get that's true, but teams that had different philosophy the way they play. Ayton was never no.
A lot of these guys off of analytics now.
Ayton was never no option or number one option. Number one option is always Devin Butler. And if
But
Ayton
how can you see if a person's able to be a number one option if you don't give him the chance?
But that's
how did we
Ayton
see?
part. He the one declining
But
money.
that's how the Suns play. Then you still got Jay Crowder that's gonna shoot his threes. You know he gonna get his.
But to me, that's
and you
not.
got Bridges improving. You know Bridges gonna get his shot.
But to me, you can't say that's how a team plays. because it gotta be
Fans
still
gotta
about
operate on
IQ.
certain teams
Yeah.
that different players are going to get different points
That's
every
8 and
game.
4 for the
Aiton not
Cardinals
going to
money
give
then.
you 20 or 30 every game. One game he might have like 12 points.
But
He's
that's
not
why
gonna
it's
do
about the
that every
IQ.
game.
That's why they say players got good IQ. Remember that game with Kyrie with the fuck off in that first game? Yeah, like 40 against fucking what's the name? Whoever they played.
Who, Boston?
Whoever they played that first game, they still lost. Kyrie Kevin Lillard just kept passing it. He like, I don't need to shoot because you off. Those games where 10 points in the first quarter,
Yeah.
you supposed to keep giving it to
didn't
him.
score again
Why
in the first
fucking
quarter.
why is Mikal Bridges shooting contested threes over niggas when Ayton got 10 out of 14 points? You keep feeding a nigga. That's the shit that these players don't be doing, and that's what throws them off of their chemistry and their momentum. You take a nigga out of the game because you'll take him out of the game yourself because of the players you got in. When you got a nigga like Mikal Bridges, and Mikal Bridges almost never looks to pass. He can be slashing and a nigga be opening a three and he's still gonna go try to force that layup. It's just certain with IQ niggas play where when you see a nigga hitting, you have to keep feeding him until he's not hitting no more. These niggas will have a nigga 5 for 5 and then this nigga won't shoot another shot to the fourth quarter because y'all not passing it to him. And then that's the difference when you got a nigga like Chris Paul who will wait till the fourth quarter to get his 18 and a nigga like Booker that's gonna shoot every shot he fucking see when he want to. That's the difference. And like you said, Ayton was getting busy first quarter.
Yeah, 9 in the first.
Then what happened?
Devin
Devin Booker wanted to score hella points in a row.
No, Devin Booker ain't scored no points in the second half. Ayton got in foul trouble. That's why fucking Bismack Biyama was in the game. Ayton and JaVale McGee was in foul trouble.
My thing is, we always make excuses for foul trouble, but if you still play close to y'all usual
He only
minutes,
scored in the first
why are we
quarter.
making excuses for
He
foul
didn't
trouble?
score after
He
that.
still played 28 minutes. Now, mind you, you've been playing 33, 34 minutes. That's 6 minutes less. You didn't score again, bro? Again? And you only had 3 rebounds. You're my center, bro.
Yeah, and he's 7 feet.
You're my center. JaVale McGee can give me 3 rebounds in 2 minutes sometime. You're my center.
He ain't JaVale McGee.
Exactly.
They don't play the
I
same
want you to
way.
be
That's why he
Ayton,
got a
my
max
nigga.
contract player.
And that's why we gave Mikal Bridges a extension before you.
Because Calvary deserved it over.
Because Mikal Bridges gonna give me effort every night. He don't give a fuck that Devin Booker and Chris Paul on the floor.
He gonna
Mikal
shoot
Bridges
his
gonna
threes,
still
give
try to
his
give
rebounds,
you
stay
20 and give you 2 steals and 2 blocks. Because he did that shit when Booker came back that second game. He still had over 20 with Booker. With Ayton.
That was one guy.
Yeah. But that's the
not gonna
thing.
do that
That's
every
not
game.
nothing that he's not supposed to. But I still expect Ayton to at least give me 15 and 8 a game. That's what you average, my nigga. That's your average. Mikal Bridges only averaged 11 points for the season. That we know he's a defensive player. You're not a defensive player, Ayton. So what the fuck you doing with 9 and 3? What you Cleaver tonight?
No, that is a Cleveland stat line, 9 and 3. Oh yeah, to go back what y'all was talking about with the
All I'm saying, them motherfuckers had 120 something points.
with the Warriors and Grizzlies, I actually think it's the Warriors are making a better adjustment to the Grizzlies, because I remember I told y'all the stat that the Grizzlies were the worst perimeter team in the league.
Yeah.
So they forcing them to take those threes and 3-point shots. That's why they leaving Ja open, because they know Ja's not a good shooter. So they trying to make sure he don't get in the paint all the time.
And that's
Still.
inexperience
And
on the
that's
point of
point
Ja.
shot.
And
That's
still.
inexperience on Ja though. To me.
The fucking Warriors is not the Timberwolves. I think the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves was the 2 high scoring teams.
They was.
They were 1 and 2.
Right, and different players is not going to play the same against different teams. Like Brandon Clark, he's not going to do the same thing he was going against.
But they
the
should.
Timberwolves
They
against the Warriors.
good.
They playing against whole different
If
players.
they good, they
Hold up.
should.
They playing against whole different players on a whole different day.
That's
and a
it.
whole
But if
different
you get your NBA star, you should do this.
anytime
you should
it's
be
not
consistent
Draymond,
every
they
game.
play different.
They do play different.
Yeah, Draymond a better defender.
And that's the reason why Draymond got 3 championships. And Cat just made the playoffs for the first time.
Right.
That's why you always prove your point on top of that. This is like you said, it's not just about that. As good as you're not just playing against different players, different teams. You're playing against a three-time coaching champion, a 7-time as a player. You're playing against a person who has experience in this. Unlike fucking whoever the coach is, fucking Minnesota. I keep getting that funny little motherfucking name. Yeah, like Steve Kerr can see something happen and make adjustments immediately. He has the personnel to make the adjustments. You gonna put this nigga in? I'm gonna put Otto Porter. Oh, you putting him in? Let me get Kuminga. He knows how to adjust his lineup to certain shit. And it just so happens he has a point guard and his fucking power forward, best defensive player. He's still a point guard that can give you more assists than Steph Curry any night.
Sure.
That's the kind of shit that makes it different. And to go back to Ja, that's Ja and experience. You just said it. They're forcing y'all to shoot perimeter shots. Who are the 3-point shooters on Memphis?
Desmond Bane.
Desmond Bane, and then who? And then probably Jaren Jackson. But who's shooting the most threes?
Desmond Bane, actually, because all of them, they just shoot a lot. Jaren Jackson actually only shot like 31% from three. He just take a lot. Desmond Bane shot like 39%.
But who has shot the most threes in 2 games? The nigga who don't shoot threes. So you're letting them dictate your game. Instead of you seeing that they forcing you, why come you not telling one of your big niggas, come set this pick so I can switch, slash, and find my 3-point shooters in that corner 3? No, you rather stand there while they double teaming somebody and you shoot the 3 instead of making them complete you the best player on your team. You settling for it. They beating you with experience,
that's why
not
he
skill.
took 31 field goals in both games, even though he did have a great game in both games, but they still like forcing him to take shots that he don't normally take, which works in favor of the Warriors. When he's not hitting, they can get the rebounds and get out in transition.
That's because Steve Kerr adjusted. He adjusted the lineup. He didn't need Draymond in. He still didn't put Looney in. He put Otto Porter and Kuminga. Kuminga is athletic. He can get past some of them niggas. He was backing niggas down because they was just his size. He was backing Brandon Clark down, getting them in fouls, doing shit that he seen with his IQ. Remember, Draymond be coaching Kuminga, so he's helping Kuminga. Who's over there on Memphis that's gonna coach them, this young ass team, to know what to do better? Because they doing. He's 36. He don't know enough.
I'm gonna coach him again.
No, it's Monty Williams.
Obviously, he did enough for them to have the second best record in the NBA.
No.
So he doing something right in there.
No, I give him that.
He's not second best in the NBA, but you still got. See how he get past this round. See if he get past this round. That's a good start for him. But Monty Williams gonna win Coach of the Year.
What a great season it has been. Only Phoenix had a better record.
A great play, a steady diet of how you're defending them. So every now and then, surprise, blitz him, jump him, and destroy.
Yeah, I mean, it was a basketball play. I mean, we doubled them, and I hit the ball, and I was going for the ball. I mean, obviously, you don't want to see anybody get hurt. I'm not even that type of player. I respect everybody, so I mean, obviously, hopefully we get better. Hopefully he gets better, and we can see him out there next game. But I don't even play like that for real. That's not my type game.
I guess Ja did tweet, broke the code with a video of that in response to that.
We got another game on Monday.
He sacked the pool. He sacked the pool. He's getting dumped on.
She's eating pizza. Number 4, Lakers and Wizards. Candace, cue the music.
Hey. He's good at it. Wow. Shaq, young Shaq.
Number 3, Jay Sean Tate. Needed a little extra help to get this bucket.
You ran out of power. You know
you ran out of talent. You ran out of talent.
No, but when you turn on the controller.
Oh, that was nice right there.
Yes, technical foul on Candace.
Number 2, James Harden and DeAndre Jordan. Bring the screen pass from the gridiron to the hardwood.
Whoa. Why are we talking about my knees like that?
Somebody's knees must about to do that.
Flare screen. No, see, I don't blame. Yeah, that's not DeAndre.
That's not
That's not his fault. He's setting a flare screen.
No, he raised his hand for the ball. Throw it to him.
No,
he
he
was letting know the screen was coming.
No, that's not. Hold on. When the big guy does it, number one, Souvenirs. This week, only head to your local NBA arena and leave with a game ball.
Oh, man, all the bench getting hit. Shoot it.
Oh, this is my favorite.
Ooh, wow. What?
Throwing it at the...
That was his 7th throw.
That's genius.
Who did
Wow.
that? Who?
Shout out to Cat.
Yo, that was good.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Turtlenecks.
Let's go.
How could you ruin my storefront? We have a sale this.
See, sure, you deserve. Y'all got any comments before we end up? Any more comments?
It's a long ass video. Shit, like 45 minutes.
Hey, y'all, this is what we do every time. It's what we always do. NBA, NFL, anytime. But it's playoffs. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. You know, we go in with these matchups because it's a lot of stuff that go on. But from Tote, Darn, they don't want none. Diesel D. Y'all heard what I said, Sports Entertainment Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. Go comment. Let us know what y'all think. We gone.